up, guys? Burnt out culture here. How are you all doing? How's it going? Have you had a good week so far? If I look actually probably can't see my bags in this dodgy lighting here, but if I look knackered, it's because I'm doing the graveyard shift this week. Not good. 2 a.m. finishes. So, but what that does, it gives me a little bit more time now to make vids and play a bit of do a bit of gaming and what have you in the morning. So I'm happy with that. So if I go off at a tangent and I'm flagging, you know why. I'm absolutely knackered. Okay, guys. So this vid's really just a bit of a Donny recap. Picked up a few little bits, not massive amounts really. But I just thought I'd show you, keep you abreast with what's getting picked up here, there, and everywhere. So we'll start with this. It's all Mega Drive bar one sort of pick up from Donny. This one here came through. It would just missed the last vid. Came through the post the day after. So I'd been watching it for a while. This Mega Drive game, and there don't seem to be too many for sale anyway, and very few with manual. In fact, I don't think there's any listed at the moment. Certainly on eBay with the manual. I sort of conferred with Toots on this, and it's quite a tricky one to get with the manual. There's quite a few loose cart on there, but I think there are only 2, possibly 3 maximum with the actual box. And it's Super Baseball 2020, bit of an obscure one. Box in half decent condition, not great, not fantastic, not missing the hanging tab, and it has seen a bit of wear and tear, but it's all right. There's no real damage, no major edge wear, anything like that. Cart's all right as well. Label's absolutely fine. So I've been watching it for ages, and I just thought, do you know what? Just get it. I think it was 13 quid delivered, and like I say, there weren't many about, so I thought I'll just grab it. Electronic Arts case. Shit, I did close it. But yeah, no, it's all right. I'm happy to have it. So that's another one ticked off the list, as it were. Right, is it? Oh yeah. So my mate from our Retro Liberties little side thingy going on, Stephen Baker, aka I need a drink. My throat's absolutely killing me. I need a drink. Sorry guys, just bear with. Oh shit! Oh, bloody. Okay. That's better. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I'm just making sure that's in right. Yeah. So our friend on the old taking retro liberties scene, Cine Steve, did a deal with me from this. I believe he won it through an auction on Retro Realm, something like that. I'm not sure how he acquired it. I think it's a duplicate. He's already got it, so he did me a sterling deal on this. Did he say what it, Steve? Were it 15 quid? Something like that. So I snapped it up, and it's in pretty good condition. A good 8, shall we say. Missing hanging tab, but it's 25-ish, 30-ish quid game, so really top deal that, mate. Thanks very much for that. I know he bought a few of my PS2 games off me last week or the week before as well, so I tried to do him a decent deal on them. I think he bought Raiden 3, Hamura. What was the other one? I think he got 3 off me. I tried to do a decent deal as much as I could, so I think he were fairly happy with that. So it were, you scratch my back, I scratch yours deal, isn't it, that one? So that was that. So the rest now is from Donny. Incidentally, I'll put a little bit of footage on the on the end. I might rename my channel fucking shit editing vids are us. I'm sorry about the speech that got out of sync in the last one. I've downloaded a new editor and I'm just trying my best to get to grips with it. I'm not the best anyway, and it's a brand new and it's all singing, all dancing, and it's a bit out of my league at the minute. But I'm trying my best to learn all the little bits and bats on it to hopefully make these vids slightly more polished. It won't be. It'll never be that good, but a little bit better, shall we say? So what I'll do, I've put like a 3-stage footage from Donny. I'll tag it onto the end of this, just to show you. And it was basically when we got there, literally when traders were just starting to set up, and then another minute or so of when they let the early bird lot in. So you know, a few people milling about, buyers, and then the sort of part 3 of it is in the full throng. The masses were in there, just to show you the difference in terms of space wise and volumes of people and what have you. So I'll show that on the end. Right then, so I didn't pick up a great deal. I'd been talking to Stuart's mate Rob. He'd shown some pictures on the group prior to Sunday, about what he were taking. He's got masses of high quality Japanese consoles, PC engines and the like, this, that and the other. He's got his sideline sort of sales of these new LED signs, which are absolutely fantastic, by the way, Rob. The only reason why I'm not interested, mate, is because you can't polish a turd, and it's very, 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 very small and dingy, and even your super duper LED signs won't do much for this room. So there's no point, mate. But you're doing a great job there, mate. I'm sure they'll start selling like hotcakes, will them. But what he did have, and I'd sort of showed interest as soon as I saw the picture. Very interested, purely from a nostalgic point of view. Was this the Super Famicom box? So fucking I spilt water, haven't it? So he'd said we'd agreed a price prior to even Donny, so I knew what the price was. He actually had 3 of these, and they're all in pretty good shape. To be fair, I thought this was the best of the 3, purely because I don't know if you'll be able to see on the light in here, but so obviously it comes pretty much complete. But what I noticed with this one, slightly more than the other, it was just slightly more grey. And none of the 3 had bad discoloration whatsoever. They were all pretty good, but this one was the greyest, if you like, of the 3. So, and I think the box was slightly better on this one as well. So really good condition, this. I won't be plugging it in. I won't be fucking even testing it. So even if it don't work, Rob, it don't matter, mate. It's just purely to get a Famicom back in the collection. Now I've mentioned this story before. I was conferring with Mike last night about it to see whether he could solve my mystery. I've mentioned it to the guys before. Now the reason for my nostalgia for the Famicom as opposed to the Super NES is back in the day in Shipley, where I come from, there were a little old computer shop, and when these were released in, what were it, 97? Am I getting it wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. When the Famicom first was released, at least a year before the Super NES, possibly longer, we were obviously kids going in buying like, I think I probably had my Amiga at that stage. Anyway, we got wind that he was getting in some Famicoms direct from Japan. He imported them in, and obviously, I mean, I don't know how we found the money. I can't remember how much they had. Well, they're probably at least 200 quid, probably even more. I can't remember what the release price, but I remember distinctly says I'm getting 3 in, and somehow I either blagged my mum or managed to raise the funds, sold my granny or something like that to raise the funds to put a deposit down on one of these Famicoms. Now, the sort of the puzzle bit of the story is they were PAL. They were sealed in box PAL Famicoms, which on the face of it doesn't make sense, does it? Now, talking with Mike last night, I think he solved the puzzle. They were probably, that's all my memory. All I remember is PAL. They were probably Asian PAL, like, you know, like your Mega Drive. So they weren't NTSC. Now, I've certainly never seen any Asian PAL Famicoms. Not that I've really looked over the years, but that must be the only explanation of what they were, Asian PAL. So this is it. They're not. There's not a switch. I hadn't even looked, but it's bugged me for years. It's bugged me for years. Don't know. Now I'm guessing this is just your normal NTSC one, but we got it sort of hopefully 80% solved. I think that's must have been what it was. Anyway, I won't lose any sleep over it. Maybe just leave it to history. Anyway, but. Talking of signs, so I got that off Rob, and I also got this off him. So I chucked him 60 quid, 60 notes. This will go up, Rob. Now this, you know, this can slightly improve things in the room. I can put that up. That'll go up. So I chucked him 60 notes, and he were happy with that, and I'm happy with it. And job's a good one. While I was there, when I first got set up with, oh, by the way. I went down with, I didn't go down with him, sorry, I met Dana there, Danester 83. The deal was that he were going to let me tag onto his stall to flog my wares, generally Iron PS2 titles, and not charge me a penny. So him and Aunt Harper, they had a stall a piece. They generally do the markets, all the markets together, and all I had to do basically unload his van with him, lug the stuff in and fill it, which we're absolutely more than happy to do, and Dana, absolutely brilliant, mate. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a great experience, and to be honest, mate, I'd gladly do it again just to help you guys and just to experience these events. I think it was absolutely super, mate. It really was. I'd love to somehow do something myself like that, stall out if I can acquire enough stock. Like we said before, up north we don't get the abundance of high, well, certainly saleable quality items at these car boots like you guys do down south. So I don't know whether it's achievable. It is achievable, but I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed doing it. It was just great to meet so many people. And saying that then, so obviously I had a little flit round. I wasn't there to buy really any Mega Drive. I wasn't looking to buy it, to try to raise some funds really. Like I said, the idea was to bring some money in to bank, to create some shelf space to press on with PAL Mega Drive. That's all it was. So I wasn't really looking to buy, and I just had a quick walk round, and I noticed this stall that stood out a mile, and there were awesome Mega Drive titles, and I'd seen Stewart already done a deal with this guy, and I thought, fucking hell. And for somehow the conversation got round to David Jameson off Retro Realm on Facebook, and it's been a standing joke. I keep getting him mixed up with David Burke, who's the guy that modded the Xbox. Oh, sorry, it's David Burke, I think, that does the Xbox. David Jameson's the Mega Drive man. He's an absolutely fantastic guy, Scottish guy. And I was talking to Stu, and he went, "He's there. That's him. He said David Jameson's there." I went, "What? Fuck me." And so yeah, and he said, oh, and who are you? And I said, oh, I'm Mark Thompson. He went, oh yeah. He said, you bought off me last week, didn't you? He says, yeah. I said, oh. He said, all right, nice to meet you. And then he turned around and he just went, oh, you got that MiG 29 Mega Drive title with the knackered cover. I went, yeah, that's it. He went, there you go, mate. Take that for nothing. So he gave me that for nothing, and I thought that were really cool of him. I apologised to him. I said, look, mate, I'm sorry for getting you mixed up, and I'm sorry I can't, but I refuse to look at his stall, because if I'd have spent any time looking at them titles on that stall, I'd have come away not only with nothing in my pocket, I'd have been in the negative. You know, I'd have been in the red from that event. So I apologised to him and what I presumed is his wife or girlfriend. I says, look, it'd probably be for me the #1 stall in this event. Yeah, I'd have spent a fortune on it, but I were like that. I were like that. I need to go. So he were okay with it. And I says, I'll buy off you again. You know, I'm off Facebook soon. But I told Stu I didn't buy any Mega Drive. I did, Stuart, I did, mate, sorry, but they're just pretty nondescript titles, to be fair. But for this first stall, I don't know who it was. He was stalled out behind you, Stuart, but he had some pretty fantastic prices on his Mega Drive stuff. And I was trying, you know, just trying not to spend, but I thought these two for a £5. You got to remember, for a £5, 2 Mega Drive games complete for a £5. Can't go wrong. And the first one, £2. 2 fucking quid. John Madden Football 92. Complete with the fucking wedge. And I think this one, is this the one with the receipt? Yeah, look at this. I love these receipts. They're one of my favourite things about collecting retro. So 16th of the 12th, 1992, someone bought this game for the princely sum of $24.99 from Bits and Bytes, and there's your receipt. I mean, that's nostalgia gold there, in it, having a receipt. And I always keep them. I always keep the receipts in the boxes. So for £2, I got that, and the arch rivals complete, £3. I mean, I'm sure this goes for. I'm sure this were going for like £8, 8-9 quid. On eBay. So I thought for £3 you got a complete. Absolutely fantastic. So that even got the hanging tab. So yeah. So for a £5 I went, there you go, mate. I'll have them. And the only other game, did I get this? No, it must have been a different stall, because it's got a different label on it. I got this. I'm trying to think which stall this was. Where was it? I can't remember. Anyway, Paperboy, £14. Really sweet condition, really good condition. This boxing, bang on. It's bang on, is that? Look at that. I can't see for fucking light, can you? But trust me, it's A1. A1 condition is that. I think that generally goes for £20 on eBay all day long, so had to have it. So yeah, £19, what it? 50, 60, 70, yeah, £19 spent. In terms of sales, so I think we all said, we were talking to Dana, and he said that when after the early bird lot came in, and then they let the masses in, I thought, oh, this is going to be absolutely awesome. There were literally hundreds and hundreds of people. You'll see on the last bit of the footage how busy it is, and it probably got a little bit busier than that, because I'd taken that footage as soon as they let the throng in. But sales were going well. Admittedly, like we always say, don't we, PS2, you either want it or you don't. You either prepared, you've got to know the titles. There's so many people just not really that interested. It's on the fringes of retro, and it's always going to be an hard sell at events, is PS2. You've got to price everything right, and I'd taken my time on the Saturday, the whole of Saturday, to try to price things competitively. I've beaten CX prices, I've beaten eBay prices massively, but that said, some of the games I were flogging, you know, Samurai Showdown, Stella Deus, things like that. I was still wanting half decent money, and I think a lot of people are not prepared to have that outlay on a PS2 game just yet. They'd rather spend, you know, like that, get some real retro 5 or 10ers in, and then come away with it, you know, a bag full of games. I mean, not everyone's coming to these events with hundreds and hundreds of pounds to spend. You know, they just want to grab as many bargains as they can. So I think that's why. Anyway, the sort of the buying. The buying public, it just died a death. I don't know why. Even I think Dana's sales just dropped away, and it dropped away, and it stayed like that. It didn't pick up again. And I think did it finish at 4 or 5? But basically, people were it were dead and buried. It was done and dusted by about probably 3:30. It were just a few pockets of people milling about. So we're starting to break the stalls down. I mean, there were these two guys at the side of us, and you know what? Fucking kudos to them, because they obviously go to all these events, and they were selling retro pies in cabinets, and they bought these cabinets in flat packed. And to be fair, lad, he had 2 built up within half an hour from flat packed, and from the front we were laughing because from the front they looked the bee's knees, they looked the real McCoy. Had the the Sanwa button fucking sort of joysticks and controllers in, and they looked great, but the bottom at the back of it looked a fucking total mess of wires and shite. I mean, I'm guessing they all do, but it looked pretty shoddy at the back. Obviously no one saw the back. You weren't meant to look at the back. They had all these old fucking Dell monitors, and I think they wanted, if you bought it on the day, they were 750 quid. They were doing like £100 off if you signed up. They were taking deposits, and they were struggling. I mean, it's a big ask, in it. It's a tough sell, is that, for people to shell. You think 3-4 weeks before Christmas, no one's going to sign up, are they, to buy a fucking cabinet? You can get a retro pie yourself, guy. But you know what? They were going to all these events, and like we were saying, they makes one sale, and it were worth the while. It was worth the while to do it. But I spoke to one of the lads, and there were only 2, and I said, "Have you done a sale today?" He went, "No, we haven't done a sale today." And I felt a bit sorry for them, really, because they were like UPVC window salesmen, and it were getting desperate towards the end, because they were like pulling people saying, "Do you want to buy a cabinet? Do you want to buy an arcade cabinet?" And they were like, "No, I'm all right, thanks. I've got me 5s, 10s worth of games. Cheers." So yeah, it got a little bit desperado towards the end, but yeah, they were decent enough lads. So yeah, that's how the day went in terms of the sales. So it wasn't great for me. I made about 200, 230, 40 quid, something like that. But I shifted some stuff. I'd taken the I'm going to take it off eBay now, because it's on eBay and it's not moving anywhere. And very few people knew what they were. I had the tester, the debugging station, because it was just another machine that I hadn't been using. So I took it off. It didn't sell, and I'm going to take it off eBay because I think it's worth keeping. But I was really surprised. I thought it'd have just gone like that, but no, people, they were looking at it, had lots of attention, but whether or not they knew what it was, it had 140 quid in it, and they were like, "Whoa, 140 quid, what's he doing, this madman here, look, charging 140 quid for a PS2. But anyway, not to worry. Right, okay, I'll wrap it up, guys, but just to say, another free gift from Dana, top man that he is. Pete Sampras tennis, complete with manual, hanging tab present. Let's give it a bit of a clean. It had some gum stuck to it, sticker residue, what have you. So he let me have that for nothing. I'll take that. That can be me. That can be my wage, can't it, mate, for looking your boxes. No, I loved it, mate. It was great. I'm used to big lifting all day at work anyway, so it were nothing that I wasn't used to anyway, mate. Any time you need help on your stall, mate, I'm there. I'm there. And I thought I paid him £5 of real money for this Super Monaco GP. I've got two, the Ayrton Senna one, but I didn't have number one, so I got that off him. Again, complete, in pretty good condition. So yeah, and that's your lot. It was a fantastic day, like I say. I think that's the last event for most people now till the new year. I know a lot of people are doing the arcade club meet up in, is it last week in, no, is it first weekend in February? I'll double check. Basically, it's Mrs.'s birthday. I always take her away on the Saturday around her birthday, and that clashes with that. But what I might try and do is I might try and attend on the Friday. I won't be drinking because obviously I have to drive back, but just to say, show my face and do the social scene thing and say hello to you guys. But yeah, I know Corner Stelora said that there's a hell of a lot of people going now. It's sparked a lot of interest as this. So I'll try my absolute best to get there on a Friday. Hopefully I will. So I think that's the next sort of meet up for people in the new year. So right guys, how long we've been going? 26 minutes, still quite a long one for me. I'll leave it at that. Thank you ever so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you can. That'll be awesome. And I will be back shortly with something or other, hopefully of interest for you. Right guys, take it easy. What we're on now? Thursday. We're Thursday. Is it Friday? I'm losing track of fucking days, man. These shifts are killing me. Whew, jeez. Have a good weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Long live the retro.